Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I bring you greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus. God bless you. Wherever you are listening to me from, wherever you are watching, I appreciate you all. I don't take you for granted. Both haters and lovers, God bless you alike. In Jesus' name, amen. I really did not know that this guy was rearrested after he came out when he was first arrested and apologized to Jeremiah Omoto Fufenyi. And just after his apology, another social media influencer, Dada Masis, whom I think is very close to Cassie, also did a video where he likened Cassie to Jeremiah's son. Now, I thought that everything has actually, been settled until yesterday I saw Shore, with a pack of food, with Ijele interviewing him and asking him some questions. And I got to understand that Cassie was arrested. But even at that, I was asking myself, could this be an old video, until I saw this video of the lawyer. If you remember when Suleiman arrested one Israel Balogun for questioning his miracle money stunts, both in Delta State and also in US, Dallas, in the United States. And Suleiman arrested him with police and, took him to Abuja. And this lawyer came and bailed him. And then since that time, this guy has been very prominent. And I came to love him as a person. Actually, when the Ruth Matthews case came up, he was the guy I had at heart, but I was told that there were many lawyers that were coming from the US. And so I decided to let it fly. So when I saw him in a video talking about Cassie, I paid attention and I watched this video on Amos's channel. And so I want you to listen to what this man said. Then you will understand, who actually these people that some of you idolize. Some of you make them gods. I know that maybe one day also they will come after me and arrest me. I know, but that is not on my mind, because I can't, because of whatever that may be done to my flesh, and close my mouth. Now, the despicable way this thing was done, you can imagine bringing Interpol, International Police Organization, to arrest a man that did not steal in America, not that he stole in America, or not that he is an American that stole in Nigeria and ran away. He's not a Nigerian that stole in Nigeria and ran away to America or something, committed a crime, heinous crime, and took off. Now, this is a guy that is easily accessible, even though that he's one of them, is part of them. He's not, different from whatever they are doing. Now, you chose to intimidate him this way. I will not be the one that will speak in this video, so that if you are a Jeremiah's follower, I hope that you have conscience enough. Now, even if Cassie insulted Jeremiah, even if Cassie, said Jeremiah was the one that kidnapped baby testimony, and which I've not heard Cassie say such. And every other person that has been speaking have been speculating. Now, I really want to ask, there are many pastors that have names. That is, they have names that are more prominent, they are more revered, they are, they have more honor and the pedigree than Jeremiah. And people have spoken against these men. People have insulted them. People have abused these people, and some of them have not even reacted. They have not even responded. When they respond, it is just to set the records clear for those that are interested in listening to what they have. And I don't see Jeremiah listen, and I know you can arrest me. You don't have a name. You don't have an image. You don't have an image that somebody has battered. And even to talk about people that have image, people that have been in this business before you, don't do the things you are doing. The shameless thing that you are doing, they don't do it. And you are here, using police to intimidate the one that because he doesn't have money like you are. And don't forget that at the end of this life, all of you will pay for what you have done. You claim to be a servant of God, you claim to be a man of God, and I've always challenged you guys, if you are serving God, why not deploy God? Why not ask God, your master, to defend you? Why not ask him to be the one that will fight for you and speak for you? Jeremiah and Suleiman and the rest of you, that because of people's money, because of the money that you've been able to get from people, you can use the same money to intimidate a member of the of the public, of the society. I agree. Nobody hears his name mentioned in certain things, whether innocent or guilty, that will appreciate it. I accept that. But then if you are a pastor like you claim to be, if you are a man of God, you see, if you are a man of God, you cannot do what you have done. Ruth came out, and in spite of the fact that that woman is in that situation, all the question I've been asking is, what did you do to help the woman look for her child? What was the role you played? And that was what everybody expects you to come out and address. All you are doing is to use police to intimidate people. And I also hear that some of you go ahead to do even things that are worse than arrest. But remember that everything we have done shall come into judgment on the day of reckoning. You may be powerful, you may be very strong, you may be very rich, you may be highly connected. You may have the police and the militaries at your beck and call because you are their paymaster. Then a day is coming that both you and the people you have used, the people you have used to suppress and oppress the lowly esteemed humans on earth, a day is coming that you will stand to give account. And that day you cannot bribe the angels. You cannot bribe, and your money will be useless. Your power, your connection will be useless. I'd like you guys to listen to this lawyer. Listen to him. I think he has more to say. I voiced out. I know that I'm not exempt from the onslaught of this man. But if it is the will of God that we must suffer for the sake of the truth, Cassie is one of them. Cassie is a pastor like him. And if he can arrest Cassie to show power, to tell the congregation that their pastor is a nobody, then he can do anything to any other person. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Please put down your comment in the comment section. And if you come here to abuse me, I will pray that the same fate will befall you. That somebody who is stronger than you, who is more powerful than you, even in your family, your uncle, anybody that is stronger than you will begin to intimidate you in the areas that he is higher than you. Since defending papas have made so many of you that you don't have conscience again. You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm coming live on Facebook to speak about a matter that has been brought to my attention, a case that my attention has been drawn to. I will try to make this as brief as possible. Now, a certain Apostle Cassie Chukwu, who is the founder of Panel of God's Power International Ministries, situated in Benin, Edo State, was arrested by the Nigeria police in Benin on the 6th of July and is still in the custody of the police up to this moment. From the information that I have gathered, that has been brought to my notice, the arrest of this man, Apostle Cassie, is on the instigation, at the instance of a certain prophet Jeremiah Omoto Fufeyin, who is the founder of Christ Mercy Land Deliverance Ministry, Warri, Delta State. Now, the information I have is that Prophet Jeremiah Fufeyin made a complaint to the police accusing Apostle Cassie of cyber stalking or defamation over, I understand, certain publications which he claimed was made about him or against him by Apostle Cassie. And of course, knowing the Nigerian police for what it is, they went swiftly and arrested Apostle Cassie. In fact, he was first arrested on the 6th of May and released the following day on the 7th. They let him go. They detained him the first time, they let him go. And they have now rearrested him in Benin, took him to Abuja. This second arrest, guess what? They had to use Interpol. Interpol is the International Criminal Police Organization. Interpol is a body that is set up to tackle very grievous and serious international crimes in the world. It is not supposed to tackle matters that are local, matters that are national. That is why it is Interpol. It is supposed to be an international police. But in this case, Interpol, on instigation of Prophet Jeremiah, arrested Apostle Cassie and took him to Abuja, and they handed him over to the FCIID, the Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, where he's currently being detained. Now, my concern as a Nigerian, really, when I get to hear about cases of this nature, is why somebody who says is a man of God, in quotes, will be so offended by what another man of God or another of his pastor or colleague has said, or another Christian or another citizen or anyone for that matter has said. And then, instead of turning the other cheek, like the Bible said, or allowing God to deal with him, with the person that he has offended him, as a true man of God, that if he were one, or if he's one, he now decided to use the Nigeria police. And even if he wanted to seek redress, he did not ask his lawyers to file a suit, a civil case for defamation. He decided to use the Nigeria police to arrest Apostle Cassie. And the police just swiftly, without proper investigation, they arrested this man and they kept him there. So he's still in custody. Showore went to see him, to visit him yesterday. They denied Showore access to Apostle Cassie. He even told them he had food. I have seen the video with Showore with food, where Showore will always oppose anybody whose rights is violated. The police denied him access to Apostle Cassie. They also did not allow him to give him food. So if this is a legitimate case, if this is really about fighting crime or investigating a matter, why would you be restricting access to a suspect, in quotes, in your custody? So this is the kind of problem, this is the kind of thing, this is the kind of illegality that we see in this country. So I thought that the way this matter has been going, silence, nobody is saying anything about it, that It is necessary for Nigerians to be aware of what is happening. The police has no business continuously offering itself as a tool of oppression that any idiot, any non-entity, any person would just call on the police, and the next moment they will arrest whoever a complaint has been made against and throw the person into custody. I hear that they had filed a charge in court at the Federal High Court against Apostle Cassie. Right? And the court, I understand, is supposed to even sit on Wednesday. And when the matter came up the last time, the judge was told that the man is in the custody of the police. And the police denied it, that they were not aware. But this man is in their custody. So if you are saying that, supposing you are saying that you invited him to come and he did not come, which is clearly not true from the information that I have, and the case is before the court, the moment you have filed a charge in a court of law, the moment a court of competent jurisdiction has become seized of a case, as we lawyers would say, once a court has become seized of a matter, the investigating or prosecuting, the prosecutorial authority, the prosecuting authority, can no longer take any decision in connection with that matter without reference to the court, without the order of a court. So if the police has filed a charge on cyber stalking against Apostle Cassie, and that charge is pending before the Federal High Court, is it not that court that is supposed to order for the arrest of Apostle Cassie, supposing he's on the run, which there is clearly no evidence of that? Why are you going to arrest him? Why not wait until the day he's supposed to be in court? But because for the police, this is never about prosecution for any legitimate offense, but victimization. They refuse to wait for this case to come up in court so that this man can appear and take his plea and the court can grant him bail. The moment they became aware that he was going to go to court, they now sent Interpol. What is the business of Interpol with cyber stalking? What is the business of Interpol with defamation of character? They now, Prophet Jeremiah now instigated the police to arrest him using Interpol. And the man has been in custody for several days now. So I feel no matter what the allegation is, no matter what the issues are, we must continue to demand respect for the rights of Nigerians. Because if you claim you are a man of God, what happened to forgiveness? So everybody that insults you as a man of God, you now have to deploy the police against the person. It doesn't make any sense to me. So this kind of behavior is completely condemnable. And this madness only happens in Nigeria because it is in Nigeria that Interpol will dabble into family, husband and wife quarrel. It is in Nigeria that people will use Interpol over land dispute. It is in Nigeria that people will use Interpol over case of defamation and cyber stalking. It is in Nigeria that people will use Interpol over stealing. Interpol is international police. And Interpol has no power under the law to arrest anybody in this country except there is a red notice issued by a foreign country. And that red notice is published and now sent to Nigeria. It is that red notice. I have a copy of the Interpol Constitution. I have a copy of their regulations. It is when that red notice is published, that is when Interpol can arrest somebody. And the purpose of the arrest is to hand over the suspect to the requesting country. That is what happened in Abayari's case, for example. It's for the purpose of extradition, even though Abayari has not been extradited. So Interpol has no business dabbling into matters that the local police in Nigeria is supposed to dabble into. But because this is Nigeria, everything connected with the police, it is abuse. The lawlessness continues. So what is the business of Interpol with what somebody published on Facebook? It is clearly incomprehensible. And this is somebody that says is a prophet, Jeremiah. What is the business of Interpol? Why are you using Interpol to arrest Cassie? No matter what Cassie has done, no matter what Apostle Cassie has said about you, if you are offended, why not ask your lawyer to file a case against him? Why are you using police to torment him? Because you have money to throw around. So this case was brought to my attention, and I became particularly upset when Showore went there yesterday, and they did not allow him to see the man. So we need to ask the Nigeria police what exactly their interest is in the matter, and why they are behaving in this manner. Why are they behaving in this manner? They have not granted him administrative bail. They are keeping him. What are you keep just to punish him, just to satisfy the desire of the complainant? This is wrong. This is unacceptable. This is totally unacceptable. So we have to find a way to stop this kind of arbitrariness, this kind of impunity from going on in our country. Every Nigerian under the Constitution, Section 36, subsection 5, has a fundamental right to presumption of innocence. Meaning that no matter what the evidence of the prosecution is, no matter what the facts are, the law says you are presumed innocent until you are proved guilty. That is what the law says. There is a right to fair hearing. There is a right to personal liberty. Why will you detain him beyond 24 hours? At the instance of Prophet Jeremiah, who says he's a man of God. So this is unacceptable. This is condemnable. And because you believe you are a big man, you can just throw money at the police, and the police will just jump at it. This is wrong. This is the kind of behavior that brings bad name to Christianity. It is wrong. It is wrong. Can you imagine using Interpol over what somebody published on Facebook? It makes nonsense of the entire purpose of setting up Interpol. And then they now handed him over to FCIID. Why did they use Interpol in the first place? What are you keeping him for? Since the matter is now before a court, if you believe he's not going to appear on the day the matter is adjourned to for arraignment, you apply for a bench warrant. You apply for a bench warrant. The court will issue a bench warrant since there is a charge in court. But the court has not issued a bench warrant. You arrested this man, you detained him, the matter came up in court, the police denied that they are not keeping him, and death is in your custody. Why don't wait for the case to come in court? Where are you rushing to? What is the hurry? What is the hurry? Because you said he insulted you on Facebook, and Prophet Jeremiah is so big, he's so important, the person in Nigeria, that he cannot respect the rights of other people. So if every Nigerian is to use the police, is to use Interpol against what people say against them on Facebook, if all of us that are on social media, on Facebook, were to use the police to arrest people that are insulting us, that are abusing us, that are calling us names on Facebook, will police cells in Nigeria be enough to detain people? Will correctional centers be enough to detain people if all of us that are abused, that are insulted, that are called names on social media were to have the police arrest those who are insulting us, those who are abusing us? How many police cells do we have, given how social media is in this country? So why is it that it is only when people that have money are involved that the police will suddenly jump at it? Police that is not fighting insecurity, police that is not stopping the killing that is going on, the same police in Abuja that could not stop the attack on Kuje prison, the same police that has not been able to arrest a single suspect that attacked the Kuje prison in Abuja, suddenly went to Benin, arrested Apostle Cassie, threw him into custody over a matter that they claim is in court, that the judge has not issued a bench warrant. This is unacceptable. So we must find a way as a country to stop this kind of impunity. And the police must also realize that there is a price to pay. There's a price to pay. And this is the same Apostle Jeremiah that a woman claimed that her child disappeared in his church. And I understand that same woman was arrested. What sort of man of God? Because you have money, you have power, you can do whatever you like, you can arrest anybody. You are so petty as the man of God that you claim to be, that somebody is insulting you on social media, and the first resort you have is to go to the police to have the person arrested. And you have to use Interpol. And Interpol in Nigeria is so petty, is so jobless, that they now have to jump at a case of cyber stalking. This is not right. This is not acceptable. This must not be tolerated. And this is why I call on all Nigerians to share this video, to speak up on this matter. Let the Inspector General of Police be aware, because every single day in this country, we talk about police reform. We talk about how the police is lawless, the impunity in the police. But every single day, we wake up to more abuses from the police, more impunity, more lawlessness. It is in Nigeria that this kind of madness happens. It is in Nigeria. Because if you have regard for the court process, and you feel this person is not going to attain his trial, you are filing a charge in court. Simply go and apply for a bench warrant. The judge knows what to do. Why are you taking up the judicial powers of the judge? Just because you want Prophet Jeremiah to feel that, oh, I have dealt with him, I have punished him, somebody has insulted me, he has to go to jail. Man of God, which God are you serving? Man of God? Because you have some money to throw around, the police is your house boy, you can just call them to pick up anybody. This is totally unacceptable. So let Apostle Cassie be released immediately. Whatever he has done, they should allow the courts to determine it, but you have no business keeping him. You have no, for how many days, you have no business keeping him. Because you are more powerful, because you have money. If you have money, you use it for charity. If you don't know what to do with it, there is so much crime to fight in this country. That is why it baffles me that all that the police does in this country is to continue to yield itself and its machinery to the elite. The police, either one politician is using the police against people that are saying something against them on social media that they don't like, or some people who claim to be, influential, either business people or pastors or whatever. The police will always be at their mercy. It is wrong. It is unacceptable. And this has to stop. This has to stop. Good evening, everyone. So
that is it. That is the end of the video. We've come to the end of the video, and thank you very much for being here. The young man said all that is to be said, or all that we are to be said. And I've got nothing more to say. I am only feeling so sad for this kind of a place we call a country, this kind of a place with so much impunity, lawlessness. Just get money and you can get anything. Get money and everything is in your... Nobody has value in this country. Human life is not valued. In fact, money is the only thing that is valued here, and even the money is valueless this time around. Okay, this is just, I've not seen this kind of a country in my life. I've not witnessed this kind of Nigeria before. This is the worst Nigeria I have ever seen. anybody who is offended can check, do a check within yourself. It is so painful. It is very, very frustrating. But then I will be seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much, brethren. And may the good Lord bless you, be with you, and keep you from falling in the name of Jesus Christ. Don't let anybody sway you around. From me to you, shalom.